If you drive past 10 car washes today, chances are 9 of the tunnels are going to look almost exactly the same. And if all of the tunnels you pass look exactly the same, then the only things that customers have to remember you by is your price and the actual customer service they're going to get. And while customer service is as important as anything, drawing in customers all comes down to the way your car wash looks when people are driving by. So in today's video, we're going to talk about 3 key design features to help make your car wash stand out. Let's start with the thing that most people will recognize from miles away. It's the car wash tower. And the biggest mistake I see is when the tower gets treated like an afterthought. It becomes a box with a logo slapped on it instead of what it should be, which is the single strongest branding moment on the entire site. A well-designed tower does 3 things all at once, and the first of those things is it offers the best place for your car wash signage. This is where you can really lean into the brand and make it unmistakable from the road. Second, it improves visibility. Whether you're on a major frontage road or you're tucked inside a shopping center on an interior parcel, that vertical element creates sightlines that the rest of the building simply can't. And third, it becomes an architectural feature of your building rather than just being a sign. We've designed towers that feel bold and industrial, some that feel sleek and modern, and some that lean heavily into franchise branding. There's a lot more flexibility here than people think. When we start a project, sometimes we actually look at visibility diagrams before the tower design is finalized because a few feet in height or a slight shift in placement can completely change how early someone sees your site. And the earlier they see you, the more likely they are to turn in. The next design feature is something that a lot of owners and operators often overlook, but customers notice immediately, and that's the site lighting. Site lighting and building lighting is one of those things that can make a brand feel premium or forgettable in about 2 seconds. Inside the tunnel, light walls can completely transform the experience. Instead of a dark box that you drive through, it feels bright, clean, and intentional. That perception matters because customers associate lighting with cleanliness and quality, even if they don't consciously realize it. Then you move outside. Facade lighting can take a pretty standard building and turn it into something that stands out at night just as much as it does during the day. And when the lighting is integrated with the architecture, not just added on later, it becomes part of the brand rather than just illumination. This is where the right lighting partner comes into play. Some companies we work with like G&G Lighting or Mile High LED are doing some really cool things with car wash tunnels right now, both on the exterior and interior. So give them a shout and see what's possible and talk to them about possible lighting solutions that we can incorporate into your next design. Let's talk about the third design feature, and it's one that a lot of people don't think about until they're already building, and it's the exterior tunnel wall. Most car wash tunnels are just long stretches of wall, and if you don't design that intentionally, it becomes one of the most boring parts of the entire project. But the tunnel wall is actually a huge opportunity to add character and reinforce the brand. Even something simple like changing the finish on CMU can make a big difference. Split face block, different textures, or subtle material changes can break up long runs and make the building feel more architectural instead of purely functional. To take it a step further, You can always dress up this side of the tunnel with different materials such as metal panels, or a tile mosaic is something that I've seen in places like California and Florida. But really changing the exterior of this long, maybe 120, 140 foot if you've got a really big tunnel. Changing this exterior wall can really dress up your tunnel and give it that wow factor that a lot of other tunnels don't currently offer. And one of my favorite strategies lately is incorporating glass into the exterior tunnel wall. When people driving by can actually see cars moving through the wash, it creates energy and motion, and it turns the building into something that feels active instead of static. Some clients are even commissioning murals from local artists along the tunnel wall, which is a great way to connect with the community and make your site feel unique to that location. So if you're planning a new car wash project, don't get so caught up in the site plan or the equipment. While it's all important, the design really is what you can use as marketing from day one and every day there forward. And designing a unique tunnel is not as easy as it sounds, but if you are working on something, consider the tower, consider site lighting and interior lighting to really make the car wash fun, and consider dressing up that long exterior tunnel wall in a way that will help draw people in as well. The difference between a forgettable building and a memorable one usually comes down to decisions that happen really early in the design process. So if you're working on a new site or trying to improve one that's already in development, that's exactly where we step in at Hover, because great projects aren't just engineered to work and function, they're designed to be remembered. Thanks for watching today's episode of Just One More Site, and I'll see you in the next one.